Hello friends, it's Mr. Jim and welcome back to Kids Animal Stories. Did you know that we have some amazing activities that we build just for you? So if you go down to the show notes of all of our Kids Animal Stories episodes, we find and create an awesome activity for you that is based on the animal that we're learning about today. So like Alani, there's going to be an activity for you to do about fly river turtles. Well, are you ready for part 2 of today's amazing adventure? Me too! Let's go! On the last episode, Alani was digging her very important hole where she could lay those eggs. But unfortunately, she started hearing a sound. There is definitely a creature very close by. And she's getting a little nervous, but has to act brave and big and scary to try and scare that creature away. "I'm gonna bite you if you get any closer," she shouted. All of a sudden, the creature fell from the branch she was sitting on.
Whoa! Ouch! Wait, please don't eat me. I'm not here.
"Wait a second, are you a sugar glider?" said Alani.
Yes, I'm just a little sugar glider. I was very curious to see what you were doing. Please don't eat me.
"Oh, don't worry about that," said Alani. "I'm just glad to see it's you and not some other kind of creature that would want to eat my eggs."
Oh, of course I'm not going to eat your eggs. I love babies and I really like to take care of them.
"You do?" said Alani.
Yes, I love baby turtles. They're so adorable.
Kiaka the sugar glider is right. But let's hold on a second. Kiaka is a sugar glider. Do you know what a sugar glider is and what it looks like? Yeah, it looks like adorable little, tiny little squirrel, and they gotta have little flaps in between their arms and their legs that helps them glide and soar between branches on trees. They are very cool creatures. Definitely not a predator of Alani. Just absolutely adorable.
I've just never seen a turtle like you. You look like one that should live in the ocean. Are you lost?
No, I'm not lost. I live in this river here, but I really need to focus and get these eggs in that hole down there, or else I'm gonna run out of time.
Okie dokie, well, you consider me on your team, okay? I'm gonna keep an eye out, and I will scare off any of those mean predators. Don't you worry.
Alani smiled and went back to work. She had to finish laying all these eggs, which was going to take a few hours. Kiaka was a very brave sugar glider who sat in the branch above and stayed awake all night long, keeping an eye out for any predators. Thankfully, there weren't any that night, and Alani was able to finish laying all those eggs, cover up the hole, and camouflage it with some leaves and sticks so no predators would even know that there's a nest nearby, and said goodbye to Kiaka. "Well, Kiaka, thank you so much for helping. I gotta get back to the water."
Oh, it was my pleasure. And I would actually like to keep an eye on your babies. Do you think I could do that for you?
"That would mean so much to me," said Alani. "When they hatch, could you point them in the direction of the river for me?"
Oh, absolutely. I can't wait to do that. Well, you have a super duper day, and I'm gonna keep an eye on your little turtle babies.
Turtle babies are absolutely adorable, and I think Kiaka is really looking forward to this job. After many days, many weeks, and many months, it was 3 months of those eggs waiting to hatch. You see, those baby turtles were growing inside of the egg, and they were even waiting for the right time to hatch. This is pretty amazing. Baby fly river turtles, they, even while they're inside the egg, they can sense and feel what's happening outside of the egg. And so, yes, they're buried down underground, but the best time for those baby fly river turtles to hatch is at the start of the wet season, when it starts to rain a lot. And so they will wait and wait until they feel that rain on the egg, and then they can pop right out. And that is where our story continues. Kiaka the sugar glider had been completely committed for months now, as she sat on the branch and looked down and waited and waited and waited for those little baby turtles to hatch. Baby turtles are absolutely adorable, but there's one really important thing that you have to know. If you ever see baby turtles hatch, like at the beach or around your house, it's really important to not touch them and to not move them because they need to learn how to get to where they need to go. And so as these baby Fly River turtles hatch, it's important that Kiaka doesn't do too much work for them. She can keep the predators away, but the baby turtles, they need to walk all the way back to the river by themselves. That's how they learn.
Holy Toledo, I think I see one hatching.
Kiaka's eyes got very big. She was very, very excited for this day. She raced down to the ground and eagerly met the first baby turtle.
Oh, hello, my name's Kiaka. I actually know your mommy, and you need to go this way to the river.
The baby turtle didn't even know how to talk, but he nodded his head and followed Kiaka's directions. Kiaka, like I said, had to let the baby do all the walking and exploring by itself. That was going to be really important so that the baby can grow all the way to an adult and live a very happy life. Well, over the course of that day, all the babies had hatched. Kiaka walked each one to the river and watched as they slid into the water and swam for the very first time. Baby turtles are born already knowing how to swim, which I think is pretty amazing because I was not born knowing how to swim. I had to learn that. I bet maybe you are like me. Yeah, but these baby Fly River turtles, they knew exactly how to swim from day one. As Kiaka watched the last baby turtle flip right into the river and swim away, she was very happy and relieved that her job was finally over and that she got to meet those adorable baby turtles.
I can't believe it. They were just the cutest things ever. Well, now I think I gotta get back home, because I haven't been home in a couple months. I think I have a lot of cleaning to do.
And Kiaka was right. She didn't need to head back home. She had missed out on a lot of the chores that had been building up over the past 3 months. Can you imagine if you didn't clean your room or do any chores for 3 months? Oh, that would be a big job. But Kiaka is ready for it. The end. Great job, you listened all the way to the end, and now you need to click down in the show notes or the description below and look for that link for activities for kids. That is going to have something amazing and fun for you to do either right now or maybe later in the day. But either way, I would love to see a picture of what you create or what you do. Your parents can post that picture on Instagram and either tag me, Hey Mr. Jim, or use the hashtag for hashtag HeyMrJim. And I can't wait to see all your amazing creations. Well, you have a super duper day, and I will see you next time. Bye!